go. So generally the ball goes right?
Yep. Well, the typical miss is left.
Left?
Like a pull. When I'm playing well and I miss, it's usually a pull.
Okay, ready, go. So let's see what you're doing. So I see a tendency of leaning away from the target a little bit. Then from here, you're just using your arms to hit the ball.
Okay.
On the way down. And also use the arms, and then always at the beginning of the downswing, you quickly sway the body and then try to hit the ball.
That's my move.
And down the line view. So what's evident from the down the line view is that essentially you're always trying to just hit the ball with the arm action like this. Okay. Bring it up and then try to hit the ball like this. Okay. So leaning here and then move first and then try to use the arms only. Your right foot leaves the ground and pretty much you end up with this posture here. The foot is moving all the way here. That means your right foot does not have a good connection with the ground. So again, let's see both the views here. See the right foot here.
Yeah, just kind of.
The foot is moving forward here and then go. And then down the line view. See? Mm-hmm. So you're losing this connection early on.
Okay.
So it's because you start the downswing with your arm action here. What happens is if you use the arms early, then so mainly in terms of the muscle actions, it's mainly between the body and the arms.
Okay.
And then when you try to move your arms down this way, then the muscles will also try to push the body more this way here. This motion generally occurs like this, so it's hard to use your lower body.
Okay.
When you use the arm muscles early.
All right.
So you need to move the body first here and then add the arm motion later. Okay. So in your case, because you are a big guy, so you have a lot of strength here, but you tend to use your muscles to hit the ball. Okay. So what we'll do is, in your case, we'll just start with the club.
Okay.
Swing back and forth, easy. No need to swing hard.
Just continuous?
Yeah, continuous swing back and forth. And then here, relax your arms, wrist. So feel the motion of the club like this. Going here, okay? And then like this. So do not fight here.
Do not fight any of that?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Really,
just nothing.
Just relax your wrist and arms. And then also you don't need to swing hard. So you need to feel the motion of the club head. And then make the motion a bit bigger. So go all the way. Use all the range of motion you have. Swing. Now, no need to swing that hard. No need to swing that hard.
Just let it.
Easy. So let me demonstrate this. Okay. It should be as easy as this.
Okay.
Okay. Even release your pinky. Just hold with the 8 fingers here.
Okay.
Release your pinky, and then to feel the motion of the club. Now, do not restrict the motion of the club. Let it go. Let it go. Okay. Really easy. Relax your arms and wrist. So instead of try to dominate the club, just let the club go all the way back and forth. Now what I see here is at the top here, you have a crossover.
Yeah. That's a little.
That means you're somehow restricting this so that the club goes this way instead of going this way.
So less restriction.
Yeah, let the club go this way, all the way.
Okay.
No need to restrict there.
So here.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah. So now you're really releasing your wrist. Yeah, now you can feel the swing back and forth, swing back and forth. And then in doing that, pay attention to the swing plane and see if you have you're moving the club head along a consistent plane. So the way I see it is that during the backswing, you have inward swing plane. So you're pulling it inward.
Okay.
And then on the way down, you're adjusting it to this way.
Okay.
That means at the top, you have early turning. Because during the backswing, you are bringing the club more inward. And if you just reverse the direction, then you have to throw the club this way, right? But the fact that you are going this way, that means go here and then try to adjust and then coming down.
There's an adjustment from being in.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when it's that excessive, that typically in your case, that's the early motion of the body here, right?
Okay.
If it's excessive, then you will pull the ball.
So I want to take it more this way.
So you need to adjust the whole plane along the swing plane, right?
So it'd be more
Yeah.
here.
Instead of going that way, still your shoulders your right shoulder is going in this way, and then intentionally try to keep the club head here.
Okay.
Then that doesn't work here.
Okay.
That means when you guide the club, go more this way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, put the left shoulder a bit lower, then you will go this way. Right? So
it's more.
yes. But again, relax your wrist and the arms. Then let the club just move along the swing plane, and then see what you need to do to maintain that motion. Stand on the mat. Yeah. Again, your goal is to guide the club head, and then the club along the swing plane. Make it continuous, easy. Relax the wrist and the arms. No, backswing is too cautious. Yeah, swing back and forth, keep swinging back and forth. No, backswing is too slow, downswing is too fast. Try to have a similar speed of back and forth this time. Okay, we're not swinging really hard at this point, so try to keep a similar speed back and forth. And then relax your arms and wrist. Okay, so look at this. In terms of the arm motion, this motion is called the pronation, supination pronation.
Okay.
So this is pronation, supination motion here. Supination, pronation, supination, pronation. And then this motion is called the deviation in the wrist. So radial deviation, ulnar deviation, these are anatomical terms. But so combine this motion and then this motion here.
Okay.
Then what will happen is this and this here. So your goal is to move the club along this swing plane by nicely combining this motion and this motion. Here. Okay?
So it's
yes.
okay.
Again, the main goal is to move the club head consistently along the swing plane, and then you will use your wrist to make it happen. So you have to use your body, your shoulders, arms, and then wrist to make sure you have that motion. Yeah, make it continuous. No need to hit it, just simply keep moving back and forth, make it continuous, back and forth. Yeah, so that way, even at the top, as you go here, you allow this motion here, then the club will go this way instead of
That way.
going this way. Yeah, so nicely guide the club with the relaxed arms and wrist, and then try to feel the motion of the club, consistent motion of the club. So you always need to feel the motion of the club. Okay, so that's good. That's good. But still, I still see that in the backswing a little bit inward that way, and also on the down inward this way.
Fix that, keeping the.
But now your motion is a lot better than going this way.
Okay.
Keeping the club head here.
Right.
Now you are letting the club head going this way.
Okay.
Now let's swing a bit harder both ways.
Okay.
Swing harder both ways. You don't have to swing really hard, but increase the speed both ways. And then again, do not lock your wrist. Okay, use active wrist. You're putting more effort in the downswing. Try to put more effort in the backswing, fast backswing.
Faster backswing.
Here's the idea. When you repeat the swing back and forth,
Okay.
then there's no reason to just slow down here and then try to bring it up. From here, using this motion
Use the.
as one motion.
Okay.
Everything is one motion, continuous one motion, okay? And keep moving back and forth. That's no. You're putting too much effort using your arms.
Arms. Okay.
Relax.
Okay.
You see? So use the wrist more actively,
Okay.
intentionally. So here, try to use wrist a lot, but not
No arms. Okay.
not the arms a lot.
All right.
You can use the wrist more actively.
So more.
No. Not just using the arms, but use the whole body.
To fire the wrist.
Yes, and then relax. Still let the wrist move. Let your arms move, and then try to make the motion a bit bigger here. No reason to restrict the motion. Then try to use your arms. Make a swing. Make motion bigger. So make the motion continuous like this instead of.
I see. It's really it's got to be some.
Continuous motion. In order to make the continuous motion, you have to use your lower body a little bit. Unless you involve your lower body, just to try to use your arms, then it's hard to make a continuous motion.
Continuous motion.
Dance as you swing back and forth, dance. Dance a little bit. Move the lower body. Swing. Still.
This is going to be a hard one. But it feels. I mean.
So let's go to the so-called two-step swing drills.
Okay.
So now we'll go through 3 stages.
Okay.
Stage 1, keep the feet together,
Okay.
and then throw the club this way. And then before you start turning, first take the right step, and then start turn, and then about here, start the left step, and then so left step should be done before you reach the top of backswing position, and then let it go. So you're taking 2 steps. Again, let's go easy. Relax your wrist and arms. Relax your arms and wrist, and then just try to feel the rhythm. Keep the feet together. Yep. So this motion is called the trigger motion. As you do the trigger, remember the wrist motion like this.
Okay.
Make sure you keep the hands way in and then turn the body enough this way.
Okay. All right.
You have to have a good trigger. Yes, that's very good. And then using that, have a good backswing, step, let it go. But no need to hit really hard in the downswing. Do not put a lot of effort in the downswing. Rather, you have to put more effort in the wind-up.
More effort, okay.
Okay?
Less effort through and more here.
Use only 80% of your effort in the downswing. Okay. Actually, use a more rigorous backswing. Good wind-up. Pay attention to wind-up again. Okay. And also, when you do the backswing, it shouldn't be a jerky motion. Okay. So from here, instead of quickly going like this, using the backswing, you are going to do the downswing. The reason why we're having this active backswing is to have good downswing, okay? So, again, continue, connect everything.
And then just step and keep going again. Don't reset, just keep going.
No. So set by set, cycle by cycle. Okay. So again, give me a more wind up. The trigger motion is weak. It has to be more rigorous. Okay. When you have a rigorous trigger, then you'll have a rigorous backswing. No, it's still weak. That
was weak going this way? Okay.
It should be rhythmic. It's not just bringing the arms up here, but rather it's part of the whole rhythm. And then in the downswing, Aaron, no need to just snap like this. Okay. Rather, if you have a good wind up here, and then let it go all the way through, okay, instead of just snapping here.
Okay.
Motion should be continuous. Again, so here, what's happening is that you are transitioning too quickly. So you are rushing to a downswing.
So I want to be here longer?
Yeah.
Okay.
For that, you have to have a good wind-up.
I see what you're saying.
The main purpose of this trigger motion is from this position, you can have a really active backswing. Okay. Big enough backswing here, which will give you more time, and then going down. Don't rush. No rush, okay, at all. No rush. No rush.
That feels like a long time for me.
And then when you start the downswing, keep your back toward the target. Do not open your body early. So start the downswing with your back toward the target. That's better. Okay, keep it a bit longer toward the target. Again, the trigger motion is weak. It's a small, and also it's just slow, no rhythm in that.
I see what you're saying.
Now, what you need to pay attention to, if you just pay attention to the club head motion, is basically ooh, ooh, ooh.
Okay.
If you just pay attention to the club head motion, then ooh, ooh, ooh. Go, Aaron, go.
Okay, okay.
It's a continuous motion.
Okay, and that's just focusing on the club head.
That's the club head, continuous club head motion. Then you will add that steps. Okay. But no, you're trying to hit the ball here, downswing, try to swing. You're not using the wind up here.
Okay.
You have to have good wind up. That's
Yeah, I feel like I'm cranking it.
No.
Okay.
No, you're using on the down, try to snap it.
So it's more.
So use more wind up, and then keep the back toward the target when you start. That's better. That's better.
Okay, that feels. I think that.
And then give more wrist motion. So let's do this. Let's do this both ways.
Okay.
At the end, you will add the wrist motion here.
Okay, so. Okay, that's what you're saying.
So during the backswing, at the end, add the wrist. On the way down, add the wrist later. Again. Stage one, stage one. Okay. Say, Aaron, go. No. Oop. For the trigger. Aaron, go. So, and then this has, should have intonation. So, Aaron, go.
Aaron, go.
So when you have the main accent, that's when you push the ground. So
Okay,
here,
see, that's the thing that
you're pushing the ground with the left leg, and then Aaron by pushing the ground with the right leg, the Aaron, left leg.
So left leg, the push.
The main timing is the push, leg push. Okay. That's better. That's better. But again, your backswing was a bit limited. It's partially because it is because your bodies are quite bulky here. Okay, you are a big guy, so that's why you have to let your arms go a bit higher.
So bring the arms up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let the arms go enough, and then drop the club head more toward the target during the backswing. This flow is better.
That was better?
Yeah, that connection.
My hands were. Okay.
Keep your hands a bit higher. Keep the hands higher, because you have a limited range of motion in the trunk here, right?
Okay.
Then you have to have a compensation, which is using your arms a bit more.
Okay.
Let the arms go a bit higher,
Okay.
and then also use the wrist
Use the wrist.
more
Okay.
actively. So on the way down, instead of having the image of swinging with the arms, try to swing with your wrist and see how it goes.
Okay. So
Yeah.
more
Whipping action. Yeah. Try to use your wrist.
same stage one still.
That the transition was rushed.
This one's rushed, so
Yeah.
I didn't give it the time.
It's because your trigger was weak.
Okay.
Because your trigger was small, and also it didn't have that much time. Remember, you have enough time here. Aaron, go. When you have enough time here, you will also have enough time here. If you rush from the trigger to a backswing, then you will also rush from backswing to downswing.
So better would be.
Yeah, and then push the ground with your left leg. Hoop.
Aaron, go. Well, that.
Yeah. So exaggerate it.
Stronger.
Yeah, exaggerate the backswing. Yes, instead of quickly going down,
Okay.
you have more time doing the backswing. That's what you need.
And you like the high hands for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
In your case, because your body doesn't turn enough, and then you stop about here,
Okay.
then already you know by instinct, you know that your body is not ready
I see what you're saying.
for the downswing. Then at the beginning of the downswing, your body has to do something.
Okay.
That's quickly opening and then try to use arms.
Oh.
But when you have a reasonable wind up and also let the arms go higher up, then your body is better prepared for the downswing. Then at the beginning of downswing, you don't have to introduce that motion.
Having a stronger trigger.
Yeah, so bring the arms a bit higher up. That gives me a lot better flow. Hey, this is not well connected.
It's not looking at.
You had too much time here.
Okay.
Because you go here and then just stop, and then here quickly try to bring down. So this has to be continuous motion here. Good throw, and then using that continuous motion with that
Segmented.
here, and then let it go.
Okay.
So and then once you start the downswing, your back is toward the target. Okay. So you have to overall connect the trigger, backswing, and everything well. The downswing, use your wrist more. Yes, instead of the whole arm. Okay, use your active wrist. Yeah. So when you try to use your wrist more on the way down, then you don't have to quickly move the arm.
It's going to feel like this.
Yeah, because you will use the wrist more actively.
Okay.
Then you don't need to move the
Right. That makes sense.
arms that fast,
Okay.
right?
So I'm up here, my back's to the target. I'm throwing with the wrist more.
And then bring the hands a bit higher to compensate your range of motion. Yes. Now the trigger is getting weaker and weaker. Stronger trigger, and then with that active backswing. Using the momentum of the backswing, bring it up here instead of your intentional arm action.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So
So using the trigger, go and with this, using the momentum, bring the
Okay.
arms and the club up.
All right.
Again. So throw a bit higher, a bit higher.
Higher hands.
No, the trigger motion should be a bit larger. Yeah. That's better. That's better. But it was too slow.
Right here's too slow.
Yeah, the motion was bigger. That was good, but it was a bit too slow. You have to time everything because this whole thing is one motion. This, and this is one motion. Trigger, backswing, and downswing. This is one motion. They have to be well connected. Okay. And I have more time at the top. Go, Aaron, go. Again, when you push the ground, go, Aaron, go.
I don't feel myself pushing the ground at all. And I think that's where it's.
So the rhythm is dictated by your pushing the ground.
Okay.
So when you say that here, go. When you push the ground, go, Aaron, by pushing this leg, Aaron, go.
Okay.
So if the last go during the downswing is done early, before you are pushing the ground with your left leg, then it's hurried or rushed.
So trigger motion is.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
So here, Aaron, go. That go should be synchronized with your left push. Yes, yes. So that's dancing. That's the so-called dancing.
Still doing the steps or no steps?
Yeah, steps. Stage one. Still you are in stage one. But this time, before you push the ground with your left leg, you just let it go. So this motion, this downswing motion, should be supported by your left leg push.
That was good here.
Yeah, that was good. And then backswing was also good. And on the downswing, on the way down, by pushing the ground with the left leg, push and then turn.
Okay. So I'm going to push the ground from here.
Yeah,
I'm going to feel closed.
the turn motion is not coming from your upper body action here, rather using your left leg.
Okay.
Left leg and then let it go.
All right. So it's...
Yes. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Now you are getting it. So, Aaron, go. That go is coming from good left push. Yes. Rushed. Give more time. That Aaron is exaggerated. Okay? So, Aaron, go. Give this sort of accent or intonation here. Aaron, go.
Timing is so it's Aaron, go. Now I'm using this to go with.
That lowering and everything has to be done as a result of this backswing turn. So here, Aaron, with this you will lower, and then downswing, go. Just kick the ground, and then go. But you are getting closer.
Go. No, that was wrong. So it's go, and then it's go.
And then so when you start the downswing, Happy Gilmore.
Okay.
So go here as you come here, and as you start the downswing, so you have shift motion, right?
Okay.
But still you have to keep it closed. And then try to turn actually a bit more while you are shifting this way.
Oh, so when the shift's coming, I'm actually...
Yes. And then turn around
Go.
by pushing. Yes.
Okay.
If you can do this, then I will graduate you right away.
Very good.
So as you shift this way in the downswing, at the beginning of downswing, you are still turning more backward.
Gotcha. Okay. That's exactly what you're saying.
Like that. Like that.
That was it?
Yes. Like that.
That's way different. So
Then you will never be able to just use the arms and try to pull it.
right, because if I'm transitioning while I'm still turning, that's
Yes. That will delay the
okay.
the transition to downswing. So you will have a mature backswing. Again, Aaron, go. Yes. So in other words, when you start the downswing, you're starting from this closed position.
Okay.
And then come down here. And by the time you are here, now you will be able to clearly see the ball in direct vision here.
Okay.
And then let it go.
Okay. That's bring it up. Aaron.
Yeah.
Go.
Yes. That way, naturally, you will be able to push the ground better with your left leg.
By the transition being turning more,
Yeah.
I can feel my leg. Now I can use my leg.
Yes.
Where from here I was too short. There was nothing to use.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
That makes sense. Right. So it's go.
Oh, yeah, that's very different now.
Okay.
So you're not really snapping early on.
Now that didn't feel like I was powering anything with my arm. And
Yeah.
that's interesting. That's weird. Okay.
And then, so that means that you don't really have to have a really snapping motion.
Right.
Because you will use your body, and then in the end, you will be able to add your wrist motion. So you will get sufficient speed. So no need to snap with the arms. Again. Rushed.
Transition. Okay.
So first you have to have a good amount of wind up. With that, you are shifting this way.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of.
It's because your trigger was weak, so the backswing was done with the upper
Didn't have
body.
enough momentum to take me there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the bottom line is you have to have sufficient momentum for the backswing, right? That is coming from the trigger
Be able
motion.
to change direction.
Yes.
Okay.
So as long as you have enough momentum, you will be able to take more time and then do this.
But if the momentum doesn't get me there, then I'm kind of having to manufacture
Yeah.
it.
If the momentum is not enough, then you stop somewhere here, then you will use your arms.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So using the trigger motion, try to have enough body turn during the backswing. Yes.
Okay.
And then bring your hands higher. Bring your hands higher.
Okay.
So that's why you need to go a bit higher in the trigger motion.
Okay.
When you go higher with trigger motion, you will use your arms a bit more, right?
And the momentum will allow you.
With this, when you start, then you will also be able to add that much arm motion here. But if you only go here, and then just the turn, then arm will be here.
Okay.
So really, you are setting the foundation of the whole thing by using the trigger motion.
Okay. And the stronger and higher my trigger motion is, the more I'm going to be able
Yeah.
to.
So
Now I feel that.
Yeah. So the tempo, the time you're using for the trigger motion, the magnitude of the motion,
Okay.
the speed of motion, all these will affect what happens in the backswing, right?
And I have to have enough momentum to get me to turn while I'm shifting.
Yes.
Okay.
So your goal is, by using the trigger motion, you will generate enough momentum, and then let your body turn while you are shifting.
Back to the target, load that leg.
Yes.
Okay.
So you should have that much momentum, right?
Okay. And that's going to be created here.
Yeah. Use the trigger motion to create that momentum.
Okay. Yes.
And use your arms now. Add your arm motion and then wrist motion toward the end.
Okay.
So your body will turn first, shoulder will turn first, and then add arm motion and the wrist motion at the end.
Which is this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So both ways, use your now arms and wrist more actively. Now I will record this. So stage one, fit together. And once you see what you're doing, then you will be able to convince yourself, okay? So again, when I say go, and then, so ready, stage one, ready, go. Okay, ready, go. Now let's see, how the swing overall flows here.
Like that.
Okay.
A lot more dynamic. Yeah.
Yeah. So this was your initial swing. You see, fairly arm driven.
Right.
Now. Yeah, you're using the body a lot more.
Wow. And that made it better at the top too.
Yeah. So, I mean, as you repeat this more and more, the step drills, you'll be able to increase the backswing motion.
And that, for me, is all predicated on the trigger.
Yeah.
If I get the trigger here, then I can.
Yes. Yes.
And that's all driven with that leg.
Yeah. So if you have good turning and then introducing the shifting, right?
Right.
And then going into down.
So enough momentum to get me to here, to turn the corner,
Yes.
to load the leg,
Yeah.
so I can kick out of the ground.
So initially, as you start the backswing, you will shift away, but soon you will recenter.
Okay.
So that momentum should be large enough to give you good shift away and then recentering
I see what you're saying.
while your shoulders are turning.
So if I'm,
Yes.
and then,
Yeah. Then just to have more time and let it go by kicking the left leg, then that's it. So now let's go to stage 2.
Okay.
Stage 2.
okay.
So a bit narrow stance. If this is your regular stance, then bring the left foot slightly in,
Okay.
because you will take this step here.
All right.
So from here, throw, bring it back. As you bring it back, no step here,
Okay.
but still maintain the same rhythm.
Same rhythm.
The only difference is you're not taking this step.
That step is, okay.
Go, bring it and take this step. Let it go. So only the second step. The same rhythm.
So bring this in a little bit more.
Yeah. Again, good trigger. Yeah. With the trigger, develop enough momentum for the shift away and the recenter, right?
So the trigger is,
Yeah. The way you use your body is now very different. Yeah. You're showing the.
completely different.
You're-
It feels much more, but I
Yeah.
like the idea of, it makes sense in my mind. If I can get enough going this way, then I can be shifting. But if I don't, then I'm stuck here. There's nothing for me to push on right there. It has to bring me around.
Yes. So during the backswing, and then by using the recentering motion, you are putting a weight on this side and then turn around. Yeah.
Because if I'm short and I'm like that, there's nothing, I can't, I have to be here.
And also at the top, try to have keep the hand a bit high, and then try to use the active wrist at the end.
At the end?
Yeah.
Okay.
And on the way down, keep the club close to your body, and then later add the wrist. Always the arm and wrist motion will be at the end.
Okay.
Okay. Your body initiates the motion, and then add the arm and the wrist motion.
So lift it in a little bit. Very nice.
Yes. Now look at this.
That's a very different feeling.
And then add a bit more wrist motion here at the time. So again, stage 2. This
I don't think I got there.
this time, yeah.
I can feel it in the leg. Like if I get around the corner,
Yes. So
feel
if
that leg post, then I
Yeah.
can go.
if you have enough momentum, then you'll be able to keep turning while you're doing the shift away and the recentering, right? But if you don't have enough one, then the recentering is not completed. You didn't take the step.
Okay. Okay. That's, all right, here we go. That felt pretty free though. That felt nice. So. Yes. Better.
Still rushed.
Still rushed.
Rushed.
So,
Still, you can have more time. So there's no reason to rush. When you rush, then you always use your arms
that makes sense.
early on. So if you have more time up there, then you tend to use your body more on the way down.
So from here.
Yes.
That was nice. That felt fast.
And then use your wrist actively in the downswing. Then you will get additional speed with the wrist motion.
Okay. Stage 2 feels. You're right. If I can come off of there with enough, this feels like it's floating. Everything feels like it's floating here, and then I can just.
Yep. So the idea is during the backswing, it's okay to shift your body this way.
So we're going to get the momentum and then land.
Yes.
Okay.
When you have more shift, with that automatically, and then you push the ground well with the right foot, then shift away and then recenter. So the more you shift away, then naturally, the more recentering you'll have. Yes. That's the idea. So in your case, we don't really need to make the swing motion really big, but if you have good timing and good connection and flow, that's what you need.
Yeah, totally. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, that I like.
So now I will record your stage 2. Okay, ready, go. The trigger was weak.
Trigger was weak, okay.
It's a slow and weak, small, small and weak. The trigger is the key. If you have a good trigger, then you'll have a good backswing. Ready, go. Yeah, give me that kind of trigger.
That was good, right?
Yeah, so it should be bigger,
Okay.
a little bit faster, and enough time. Then with that, you should be able to develop good momentum here.
So the down the line was better than the first one, right?
Yes. So, you see, it's slow and they're going about here. Again. And then your club is only going about this much.
Okay.
Yeah. So now your goal is to bring the club to the horizontal position.
Okay.
That means you have to bring your hands a bit higher, right?
Okay.
Now let's go to stage 3.
Okay.
Stage 3, no step. So your regular stance.
Regular stance.
And then the trigger motion is the same. Good trigger. Now, at the top, image your target position, where you want to reach. Okay?
Here?
And then, yeah, there, and then try to keep the club here.
Okay.
So the shaft is horizontal.
Okay.
Okay? You have, this is your target position. Okay?
That's where I'm trying to get it to swing.
Yeah, that's in your imaging. Okay. Then you want to reach that posture, although it's a continuous motion, but you want to go that far, okay? Like that. Yes.
Like that?
Yeah, again, give me that far, okay? It's a bit short.
That was short? Okay.
Again, use from the trigger, use this motion.
Okay, that's where
Faster backswing,
Okay.
faster backswing.
That makes sense.
So instead of swinging hard in the downswing, put more effort in the backswing. Make the backswing faster.
Okay.
Then naturally you'll have more wind up, more time.
Okay.
Then downswing will be automatically rigorous. Again.
Better?
So now all your whole swing motion is one piece motion, all connected.
Okay.
Okay. So at least you got rid of a lot of your initial issues
Right, yeah.
by connecting all these motions.
Okay.
Again, stage 3.
It's just the trigger, right? No feet.
Yeah, and then from here, when you go in the backswing, try to shift more. This will give you good recentering. Okay. So don't be afraid of shifting the body laterally. Mm-hmm. So from the beginning, let's use the wrist, wrist motion a bit more. So instead of just going here, let's try to give wrist motion like this. Here, yeah. From here, then you will also be able to do that.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So always you're preparing everything with the trigger motion.
Okay.
So when you have a wrist motion in the trigger, then you'll also be able to have that, that in the backswing.
Okay. And then I'm gonna.
Yes.
Okay. That has a lot more width to it.
Yes. So when you have when you add more wrist motion there, then naturally the swing motion becomes a bit bigger.
Yeah.
You'll have more time.
That's
Automatically, yes.
Yeah. That was nice.
So only when you cut it short, then you rush down.
Should I hear a whoosh on the back? Because it's. Good.
And on the way down now, the main thing is you have to focus on where the ball is. So you have to deliver the club head, to that position, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So now the overall connection flow is better.
Okay.
Now let me record this. Okay. Ready, go, stage 3. Stage 3. Okay. Okay, ready, go. Yeah, always the key is having enough time at the top. Okay, don't rush.
That looks so much better. Yeah, that is slow. And just,
And you're using your
yeah, it's just,
arms here, definitely. Now, let's add that recentering more. So,
take myself around the corner a little more.
yeah, so you have to really shift more with that. Before the backswing is completed, you should be able to bring your body back. So more recentering.
Okay. So still use the trigger?
Yeah.
So the slower speed is, well, I'm gonna do the wrist now, right? Okay. So here.
Yeah.
Okay. That's when that recenter happens, that's when I can feel the leg. That's when I can.
Then you can really use your left leg.
Okay.
So that's a big difference. So
Yeah, because then it's not my arms anymore. So.
like that. Yeah, so it's okay to shift the body laterally here, as long as you have good control. Okay. And we have wide stance. With that, we are always pushing outward, right? Okay. With that, we can control this. We can contain this.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. It's like a pyramid.
Yeah. So actually, only when you have more larger motion shift away, then you can easily push the ground with your right leg.
As long as I'm recentering. Oh, well, I'm pushing this way.
Yeah.
So I can fall this way.
Yes.
And push this way.
So when you have a good shift, then it's easy to push the ground well.
Yeah, and you're using the ground to get that shift.
Yes.
And then back to the center. And then
Yeah. So this recentering motion is the outcome, the end outcome of this push.
Okay.
Instead of go here, and then when you try to start the downswing shift, rather, at the end of the backswing, you have good shift here.
I see what you're saying.
Because of the push.
Because of the push.
Yeah, that push gives you this recentering motion. So in order to recenter well, you have to push the ground well. But in order to push the ground well, then you have to have a good shift away.
Yes.
Yes.
That feels. I mean, yeah. Okay.
Now is you're dancing, okay?
Back and learn. Trigger, strong trigger.
Yeah. So if you can use your left leg more, then you will have more active downswing. So speed in downswing comes from the left leg.
So if I can, and then but I have to give it enough going this way.
Yeah.
So I can land.
Yeah, yeah. And then obviously through instructions you are forbidden to move.
No, we
move away.
gotta go that way. Yeah.
But unless you introduce this lateral motion, horizontal motion, then it's hard to interact with the ground in the horizontal direction.
Seriously.
Yeah. If you're standing, just standing here, you can do that. If your center of mass just stays here, and then they're simply turning around, that means center of mass stays there, no lateral motion. That means you have no net force acting in the horizontal direction. When you have a net force acting in the horizontal direction, then you must have acceleration in the horizontal direction. That will give you a lateral motion. So in other words, if you want to have a good interaction with the ground, then you have to let your body move laterally. Yeah. So just easy motion like this.
Okay.
You know, using a metronome app on your phone, set it to a 70 BPM.
70?
Yeah, 70 beats per minute, and with with your arms.
Okay.
Beep, 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 and just freely shift the body.
And just kind of stay hip to hip.
Yeah.
To get that done.
Yeah. Easy, you know, lateral motion.
Okay.
Beep, 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 beep. This is a good way to relax and feel the lateral motion.
I need some better rhythm.
So, again, stage 3, remember, in order to have a good recentering, then you must have a good shift away.
Yeah. Now my trigger is with the wrist this way, right?
Yeah. And then also during the trigger motion, that means you have to, during the trigger motion, you also have to shift leftward here.
Right.
Then this will allow you to push the left leg better. Okay. And then with that, you will have active.
Do I want to stay closed going that way too? So
yes. Yes, exactly the same thing. Okay. Both ways. That's why the trigger motion is so important. Yes. So now you're moving your body a lot better.
That feels just like it's just boom, and then you can just do it.
Boom, and then using the right leg, you can push the ground outward so that you introduce the recentering motion.
When I did stage 3, I want to be here. And then
yeah. Yes. Again there. Ooh. Aaron, go. And also here at the top, make it continuous. Instead of go and stop here, continuous motion and let it go. Yes. So make it continuous. You keep moving. You never stop. Okay. Yes. That's it. That's it. So you have to make it continuous.
Yeah, the continuous keeps me. Like I see what you're saying. It's like I don't want to be here and then trying to go.
So if you snap it too much, then you will stop here.
Gotcha.
But if you make it continuous, then you will keep turning,
okay,
and then going into a downswing.
More.
Yes. See? So that way you don't have to really rigorously push.
Right.
It's a continuous motion, rhythmic motion. Okay, rhythmic motion does not mean snapping, abrupt motion, right? Jerky motion. So it's continuous. Yes. Now you are a very different man.
Yeah, it feels.
You are very different man now. Okay. So let me record this. Keep good continuous motion, and then good shift away the recenter, right? Okay. Ready, go. My problem is when you move, I also move with you. So the camera shakes. This is always my problem. Okay, ready, go. This time, rushed.
It was. Yeah, I could feel it. I kind of. All right.
Yeah, let's do it again. So, ready, go. So the only way you prevent rushing is using enough momentum. generating enough momentum. So here, let's take a look at this.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as you make it continuous.
That's the key.
Yeah.
And having a strong, continuous.
And then, so this time, emphasize the shift motion,
Okay.
also active wrist, all together. Try to use your wrist more, both ways, and then also continuous shift motion. Yeah. So when you use a good wrist motion on the way down, that you don't have to turn your body a lot.
I got you.
So again, good shift and the wrist motion. Yeah. So it's just a matter of just going back and forth here. Don't be afraid of shifting your body.
Don't be afraid, right. And I think that's where here and kind of feeling that, and then I can.
Yeah. So this is a natural way of moving. You can move the hands a bit higher by adding more arm motion.
Okay.
Then the swing motion becomes bigger. You have a larger range of motion in that case.
So get them up here higher if I want them.
And then also during the backswing, also go high. Using that, yeah. And also because the motion is a continuous motion, so instead of go here and just try to snap here, continuous motion going into downswing.
Because I want to snap it there and then float and then go.
So now bring your hands higher, but with the continuous motion going into a downswing.
The recenter is kind of the glue in the continuous motion.
Yes.
Okay.
Then you don't have to have that, abrupt hand motion, right? Yes.
Yeah, that felt good.
So you have three things to pay attention to
Okay.
during the backswing. So good shift, then moving the hands higher up,
Higher.
and then make the motion continuous.
Yeah. Don't let it. Just.
If you let it go, then you'll stop here.
Okay.
But you are lifting this high up with continuous motion, then let it go.
That recenter loads the leg so I can push and go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So good shift, and then a bit higher hands, and the continuous transition to a downswing.
Okay.
So those are the keys. Okay.
So, but to get my hands higher on this side, I want to use my trigger motion, cross the wrist over where I want
Yeah.
get them a little higher so that I can pull this way and then.
And also on that side, you can also do the same thing here, more this way.
Okay.
If you can do this here, you can also do the same thing here
Okay.
instead of going here.
Instead of crossing the line. Okay.
So keep more active wrist motion at the end.
So in slow motion, that would be like if I'm here with
Yes.
my hands,
And then
then I'm going to shift,
shoot the same thing. Yes, like that.
and then recenter.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can go this way instead of crossing over.
So that's the hardest part. I don't feel myself go across the line, even though I.
Because you do things differently. So here you have a good wrist position here,
Okay.
using the pronation, supination, and deviation here, good position here. But if you go here, then you try to go this position
So-
instead of having the same thing.
Yeah, that's the. So the goal. We like that.
And then-
shift and
Yeah, yes, exactly.
that feels so. That feels like this to me because I'm always like this, right? Okay, that makes sense.
But then that way you will be able to actually guide the club along the swing plane more consistently, right?
Okay, so slower.
Yeah, if you can do it here, then you can also do it here.
Yeah, no lie. That's it. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna get here.
Yes.
That felt good.
Then because the club head is closer to the swing plane,
Okay.
if the club is here, then on the way down you have to do something.
I got it. Yeah.
But if the club head is close to the swing plane, you don't have to do that motion.
Okay.
Just change the direction and let it go.
And
So swing becomes simpler. Motion becomes simpler.
nice Hands high, ups over, shift.
Yes. So instead of bringing the hands close to your body, try to keep it a bit away from your hand, your body.
And I'm trying to mirror
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
which is
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
that feels very different.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
All right.
So always, because this is continuous motion, what happens early on will dictate what happens later, right?
That makes sense.
So then the trigger motion will dictate the backswing. The backswing will dictate the downswing.
So, all right.
So you have to put the first button correctly. If you put it in the wrong position, then everything will be.
So make sure I understand. For me, we want the trigger with a little higher hands crossed over. Shift weight and then the better wrist.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. That's the move. Okay.
Then the shape-wise, the motion is a lot better, and it's a lot simpler. Club head motion-wise, it's a lot simpler. Lift the hands a bit higher. Yeah. Only when you can bring your hands a bit higher and then reorient this here, then you will be able to do that. Yeah.
I want to kind of imitate that with my trigger. Right?
Yeah, that's really good. Yes. Yeah, so then that means that the whole motion is now one-piece motion.
Yeah, that felt one piece. That felt like it.
Yeah. And then pay attention to the shift and then recenter. Now give me a good stage 3.
Pressure's on now.
And on the way down, also, when you use your wrist on the way down, that you don't have to do a big body motion. So in terms of the club head control, it'll be easier. When you have a big body motion, then it's hard to control the impact. Yes. So
I want to feel like when I'm here, I'm recentering that I'm going to go ahead and.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. No reason to, move the body in a strange way. Yeah, the swing motion becomes really simple. You're guiding the club head back and forth by using the body. You will make it more faster. So what your body does is just to promote the club head motion, right? So you have the target, club head motion that you want to generate.
Right.
Then your body will work together to give you that motion.
Okay.
And if your body wants to do something, which is not really helping the club head motion, then you have trouble.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And you did have that early on.
I can get to here. So that
So now overall the flow is better. So what you need to, this is your homework, but what you need to work on the range is to have consistent impact.
Okay.
And then if you have a rubber tee, always try to touch the
Always try to touch the
tip of the rubber tee. So
okay. That makes sense.
let's put this back in and then see.
Okay. See what happens with the target.
Oh, you broke the CD.
Oh no.
So when you hit the body,
Okay.
you break it. Okay. So you have to touch the tip. Touch. Okay, I will put the 2 CDs here. just a touch.
Just touch the tee.
Now, so let's do this. Use stage 3 as your pre-shot routine,
Okay.
and then you will do your regular swing.
Okay.
Okay? So stage 3 as your pre-shot routine, all for a while or forever from now on.
Yeah.
Yes. And then approach it to the ball, and then your regular swing with the no trigger. But what you need to remember is, it's not about the club motion in the trigger motion. Rather, with that trigger motion, how your body moved. So in order to do the trigger motion, your body shifted this way, and then you push the ground with the left leg, right? So as long as you have something similar to that, that you don't need this club motion.
Okay.
So
And that keeps me from being static, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm kind of there.
So if you have left active left leg, and with that start the backswing.
Okay, so it's here, and then.
Yeah. And then make sure during the backswing have a shift motion and the recenter, no rush. So your goal is to generate enough momentum during the backswing. Let it go. Let the arms and club go here, and then bring it back instead of try to just bring it up here. So stage 3 first. Stage 3 is your push-out routine. With that, remember that flow. Yeah, remember that flow, and then approach, but try to come up with something similar during the backswing. So let me watch it from here. So, and then make sure you touch the tip, okay? So again, from here, stage 3 and the regular swing. And as you swing, particularly the downswing, try to keep your gaze on the ball. So again, stage 3. Make sure you keep your gaze on the ball. And then approach to the ball. Your goal is to have a good impact. Yes. So now let me record this. The same thing.
Stage 3 first?
Yeah, stage 3 first. Ready, go. And then approach to the ball. Your regular swing. Rushed. Rushed. Yeah, this is the task you have. You see. So you didn't really let your body shift and then recenter.
Okay.
So again, stage 3. Stage 3 and your regular swing. But in the regular swing, make sure you have enough shift away, and then also that backswing includes recentering as well.
I got you.
So now your image again in the backswing. So you want to bring this back here, right? Okay. This should include the shift away and the recenter as well. Then you're reaching this position here.
I got you.
Including the recentering.
Okay.
Then do the downswing. So stage 3 first. That's better. Yeah. Now you did not rush. That's better. Yeah. So now I'll record this again.
Well, I think when you made the recenter like part of the backswing,
Yeah.
that made it easier.
Yes. So it's always important what kind of image you have.
Yes.
You always have to image your swing motion or your target position that you have to go through, right?
Right.
And then with that, you will do the swing.
Okay.
Okay.
Stage 3?
Stage 3 and the regular swing.
Okay.
Ready, go. And then regular swing. So between stage 3 and your regular swing, if you have too much time, then you lose the
Right.
the rhythm. So again, this is again you could shift a bit more.
Okay.
So in order to shift this way during the backswing, you have to use the right leg good. You have to push the ground with the right leg. Then you will be able to. So it's not about this motion, the leg action to bring it there.
Okay.
Again,
Stage 3.
stage 3 and the regular swing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's better. That's better. So when you have a good right leg action, so you do the backswing in such a way that you allow your right leg push the ground, then it's better. So now we'll record this again.
Stage 3 or regular?
Stage 3 and the regular. Ready, go. And then your regular swing.
I killed the tee again. That's the.
That means a bit thick, right? The shot was a bit thick.
So getting that speed is.
You broke 2 CDs. All right, so let's do another one from this direction.
Okay. Same thing?
Yeah. So this will take some time because you need a lot of practice. Okay, stage 3. And then approach to the ball. Yeah, always when you have regular swing, you tend to rush, but that's something you have to fight.
Okay.
So.
That's a massive difference.
Yeah. So now you're using your body more, so this is good. Yeah.
Now it looks much more active.
And then let's try to hit a ball here.
Okay.
To stage 3.
Okay.
And then
Then go.
yeah. But in doing that again, you have to have reasonable time between them, but you don't take too much time. Stage 3 first, and then. Okay, now remember that rhythm.
All the time.
Again. Yep. And then another thing you can do is, so before you do the regular swing, something like this. You have to stage 3 here, instead of just going here, by pushing the ground with the right leg, push and then recenter. Okay. Feel this rhythm. And then hit the ball.
Okay. Kind of rehearse that.
Yeah. So instead of going down here, go and then recenter, up to a recenter. Yeah. Yeah, that's sort of, prepping your body. So let's now do this. Stage 3,
Okay.
and then that, wiggle,
Okay.
but not the wrist wiggle, but the whole body wiggle.
Okay.
Twice, and then hit the ball.
Okay, so stage 3 first, 2 waggles.
And then, and then hit the ball. And then give a reasonable time between these so that you don't lose the feel. And then the whole thing, even the break between these actions, These are all part of the rhythm.
Part of the rhythm.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna need to buy a metronome.
So stage 3.
My daughter makes fun of me for my lack of.
Stage 3 will give you the overall feel of what the swing is like, and then go here and then twice. Like that. Okay? Yeah. So you can always come up with your own strategy, how to do it. Okay? So come up with a strategic pre-shot routine. Okay?
So definitely here higher, so I can turn back and recenter.
Now I will record the whole thing. Okay? Stage 3, 2 wiggles, and then hit the ball. Okay, ready, go. Go. That sounds good. That was a good impact. Judging from the way the ball is bouncing back, now it's less right. Now, let's do the same thing from this direction. Okay, ready, go. So that flow is really good. Then you have to take advantage of it. So that flow is really good. Then you have to take advantage of it.
That was high right. But
So you can practice this.
yeah,
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah, you can practice this strategically.
Okay.
So this is your homework.
Is my homework?
Yeah.
Okay.
Always do stage 3 as your pre-shot routine. Feel the overall flow.
Okay.
And then when you do the body waggle here, instead of go here and then try to lower your body like this, it should be a continuous motion to this position.
I see what you're saying.
Go into this position instead of.
Oh, right. Okay. Let me try that.
You are prepping your body, so you have to use the right rhythm. Okay, right motion. Yeah. So your goal is just to go here instead of and then try to come down here.
I'm just gonna.
So good. Yes, recentering motion. That's one motion. Yes, like that. Yeah. And so what it will give you is that now you have in the waggle continuous motion to this position here, and then instead of quickly going like this,
Yeah.
it should be rhythmic motion.
Okay. I get that. Yeah, and that's different than when I was doing it first, where I was like, I was like, it's more.
If you make the sound, right, that it will help you a lot.
I can see that. Yeah.
The intonation.
Yeah, the intonation.
Yeah.
I can definitely feel
The intonation, gives you a different.
What's my count? Go.
Aaron, go, or Aaron, go.
So it's when and that gives me a more forceful stage 3 because I'll go. And there you go.
So now let's practice that the waggle again. Make it continuous motion, more rhythmic waggle. Okay.
Okay.
So stage 3. If you can use that rhythm, it'll be perfect.
Okay.
Again, stage 3.
Again, stage 3?
Yeah, because I talked and then you were lost at that. Good. Then waggle. Here, rhythmic waggle using the body. Ooh. Ooh. Yes. So you are getting used to it.
Yeah.
That's enough. That's enough.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Dr. Kwon. That was so much fun. That was so much fun.
Do you have a rope?
I do. I don't have a rope. I need a rope.
Take this one.
Thank you very much. So, what do I do with the rope?
The rope swing.
How do I do it correctly?
Okay, let's see. Today we didn't do a rope swing, but in your case, I thought I could fix it with the step drills only.
Okay.
Yeah, but try to swing. Try to swing back and forth.
Okay, and this is so.
Again, swinging this way hard is not important. Good backswing, fast backswing, and then let the rope go around your body to swing. Use the shift away and the recenter.
Okay, that's where I'm missing that. Okay. Okay.
No, you don't have enough momentum during the backswing. So faster. Remember the good recentering motion.
Okay.
You can do
Swing
this.
into the recenter.
You hold it as long as possible. Yeah. Hold the tip of the rope. Yeah.
Here? Okay.
It's a snapping, jerky motion.
So,
It's motion, continuous motion. Yeah.
so I can kind of get a feeling like watching.
Yeah.
I think starting it from there would be.
No need to have jerky motion.
Okay. And are you
Shift away,
doing the same dance?
shift away, and recenter.
Okay. Let me see. Go from the. I'm gonna go from the shoulder like you did. And then. Is that better? I like to start from here so I can.
Yeah, that's the idea. So keep swinging back and forth,
Okay.
and then have smooth motion, continuous motion.